and you got two of those at home, two massive ones on the road, it's going to be fun.
Now, when you say massive ones on the road, do you mean that? Because here's the thing. This is what I want to do today, people.
Okay.
For the starting of the show, I want to kind of check the pulse on your tournament readiness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm ready.
I asked Steve a question, Brian. I want you to jump in on this one too. I asked Steve a question, and I want you to answer this question as well. First, the question starts off, and keep in mind, I asked the question kind of rhetorically. I want an answer, but the way I formed the question, there's a debate behind it. If I asked you, what's your thought on the state of the program? If I just ask you what you think about your Cards right now, does your mind immediately go to Syracuse, or does it go to the looming North Carolina, or the rest of the season, or do you think about ACC regular season championship? Like, where does your mind go when I first say, so what's going on with your Cards?
Immediately goes to the past. Like, I look at what has happened. I don't look ahead as far as not. If you're asking me how I feel about the way the Cards currently sit, I'm not worried about North Carolina. I'm not worried about the ACC tournament or the NCAA tournament yet. I first go back to Syracuse, so my immediate response is, it's pretty good. We're doing all right. But then when you really think about it, you're like, well, we've lost 2 of the last 3 still. So you're kind of gives you some pause, but overall picture, you're still sitting right outside the top 10. So I think you're sitting pretty good, especially when you consider where we came from and where we are now.
That's a point Steve made pre-Syracuse. He said, you go out there and beat Syracuse, all's forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Well, and, I mean, it's not just that. You couple that with you got a gift from NC State.
From Kevin Keats.
Yeah, Kevin Keats still giving presents. And he did. And when they lost, now it felt like, even though, let me explain. You can't lose again to win the ACC if everybody else continues to win, right? So
which is going to happen.
Right. So if Duke wins out and
Brian, give me the remaining schedule of Florida State and Duke, please.
All right, I'll look them up.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll wait.
Don't do that, Steve.
Just kidding. I'm joking. What? I'm sorry.
Don't put him under that kind of pressure on a Friday morning. We're supposed to be having a
Brian's 50-50 on what's Brian's like a little bit of the past, a little bit of the future. I like to dabble in a little bit of both, and 50-50 on what they do for the rest of the year. But Texter said that, by the way, not me. Just was saying that. But no, I think that when you look at it, I mean, there's still a ton of pressure to win there's not, if you want to win the ACC, because you can't lose again.
You feel like there's pressure to win the ACC regular season?
No, there's pressure if you want to win it. Now, what I mean by that is, I'm not saying there's pressure like, well, if they don't win the ACC regular season, Is there pressure? Not really. I think people are so postseason minded. What they don't want to do is they don't want to lose at 12:30.
Who do you want to start
with?
In
2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Either's fine.
All right, so let's start with Florida State. They play North Carolina State on Saturday.
NC State.
Where
NC State.
Okay.
At NC State.
Watch that one. Of course, Florida State, I don't care. Go beat Florida State. Go ahead. I still want to hear the rest of their schedule, but just go beat them.
Then Monday they have the matchup against Louisville at home for Florida State. Then they play Clemson next Saturday at Clemson.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then they play Notre Dame Wednesday at Notre Dame.
Okay.
And then they play at home against Boston College to finish the year that Saturday.
For me, Florida State is more NCAA tournament because they have a chance to steal Indy. They have a chance to do things like that. So for me, I'm wanting them to lose for that reason. For me, you have a chance to beat Florida State. So you can put the Florida State thing behind you yourself.
Duke schedule.
Now, this is the one that I'm interested in more because you can't do anything here.
Tomorrow they have Virginia Tech at home. Next Tuesday, they go to Wake Forest.
Okay.
So why did they get that extra day?
Because we're on Monday.
Then they next Saturday they play at Virginia.
That's one to watch. That's the one to circle.
Then they do the Saturday Monday thing after next week, and they play North Carolina State on Monday at home. Then they finish up the year that next Saturday at home against North Carolina.
That's what I mean.
So they got
Duke's not losing.
Virginia
I
Tech,
know.
North Carolina State, North Carolina at home, and then they go to Wake Forest and Virginia.
And that's kind of what I meant by the pressure is.
We have the exact same odds as both of those teams to win out.
Yeah.
Duke probably has the easiest road. We're probably second. Florida State's probably got the hardest stretch to finish out. I mean,
So Florida State, again, they are at North Carolina State, at Clemson, at Notre Dame, home against Boston College and Louisville.
yeah, probably them. That's probably tougher. I mean, we go to Virginia and to Florida State, but at home you have Carolina and Virginia Tech, two teams that, I mean, you're better than. So
part of me just wants to say, we're not winning. Look, just shut everybody down for the tournament.
what? Oh, yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, just get healthy.
Look, you could literally lose like the rest of your games and still get a double bye. Does it matter if you're 1, 2, 3, or 4? Actually, 4 would probably not be the worst thing.
And it's like, I don't really think you can lose seeding lines either. Like tournament. I mean, yeah, but
You can, but Louisville's going to be. I mean, they're going to be a top 4 seed in the NCAA tournament.
right.
Lenardi had them in last night. He did this thing where they're starting to do weekly or every couple days a bracketology show.
After the games of the nights or whatever, and you
Yeah.
can update them. Yeah.
So he had, listen to this, in the West, 2 seed Seton Hall, 1 seed Gonzaga. Okay. I play that.
Everybody can bust us.
Oh, sure. But that's 2 teams where you're like,
What a miserable way to start a radio show on a Friday.
yeah,
Listen, people, what you're hearing right now is what Steve hears
on a nightly basis.
for the first half of the conversation. Just
I finally usually bring him back around, but yeah, I mean, so you're setting pretty good. I mean, if you can, again, just take care of business. Even a loss at Florida State isn't the worst thing on the planet. I mean, I want to win it, and I actually think we're going to win it. But
the tournament?
no, the Florida State game. But the one at Virginia kind of worries me a little bit, but we'll see. But I do. I mean, look, tomorrow.
Virginia's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough. I agree with that. But tomorrow, I mean, North Carolina, they're one of them crazy teams where I think that their spirit may just be torn apart at this point. It's like, but the talent's there that if they show up and they're like, hey, you know what, today we're going to have a good game, then they could beat about anybody. I mean, like anybody.
I mean, they had
Duke
on
beat.
the ropes.
Yeah, like
on the ropes.
yeah. So, but the way they continue to lose, man, it just feels like, gosh, they can't. They're starting to get the feel of like they may just be dead in the water, man. Like,
Is it related to Anthony?
probably a little bit. I don't think, just watching, I don't think they love him as a teammate. I mean, kind of the stuff he does. But the big thing for Louisville tomorrow is come out with the same energy you came out with in Syracuse, even if it doesn't result in the score wise. But I think you can establish with teams that are going through what Carolina's going through, you can establish today's not your day, Carolina, quickly.
What was the Syracuse North Carolina score?
I get it here 1 sec.
Because of course you shouldn't do the comparison, the transitive comparison with those. But
Right.
you still always want to get a good idea of, what their firepower looked like against Carolina.
93-85, North Carolina. North Carolina was at home.
They scored 93 points.
When did they play?
February 26th. That was
February.
Hang on.
Was that last year's score, Brian?
Yeah. I was like, Jesus. Like that happened?
Minor details.
Okay. Fair enough.
Jeez, I'm like 93
It was
points.
the first score that popped up. Then you asked the date, and I was like, "Oh wait, that date hasn't happened yet."
It's like it's not
Yeah, Steve and I were doing the math. We were looking at each other like, wait, February
26th.
Well, they haven't played since then. That's why.
Oh, really?
North Carolina and Syracuse haven't. Yeah, I don't see
Okay.
it.
Interesting. It's like Marcus the other day. Marcus and Dwayne at Applebee's trying to convince. I'm like, listen, y'all, I feel you.
North
And
Carolina
I
and
know,
Syracuse play on the 29th. That's the first time.
I know what y'all are reading. And I know it says Syracuse a 2-point favorite at Louisville. But I'm not Mr. Gamble guy, but there's no way they're favored at Louisville. There's no way. It's not happening. I think it was last year's spread, though.
Yeah,
no, they changed it.
This year,
No, I
Syracuse,
know, but-
North
I know,
Carolina,
but-
Syracuse is home. They play next weekend.
There you go. But when I typed it in, Syracuse was a 2-point favorite up in the Carrier Dome last year. That's why I was like, okay, maybe that. But I don't know. I'm not one of those
Well,
guys.
then they ended up winning 93-85.
Fair enough.
Golly.
I know.
What do you think Coach Mack was saying here?
I saw that talking to David.
Yeah.
He was probably saying, look, you're amazing. You're everything I've ever wanted, everything I've ever dreamed of.
Brian, did you see that GIF I tweeted of Coach Mack talking to David Johnson?
Did.
Psychoanalyze that.
In all seriousness, that's a coach talking to the leader of his team. I mean, like the way that's a conversation where I've had conversations as a sophomore in a game in high school, of course. Didn't know I needed to preface that, but in a game with a coach, and a coach really don't converse too much with the sophomore. I've had a conversation when I was a 4-year, player as a senior, and it went a lot more like that. It's like, hey, hey, let's talk about the game.
I thought it would be a little opposite. I thought it would be a little more like you talk to the young potential guy.
Oh, I see.
A lot more than
that's a conversation, though, about the game. To me, that video, and you can find it on Marcus's Twitter, that's a conversation. We're conversing about the game. You're an assistant coach, David, at this point.
He's not teaching him.
No, he probably is.
Like teaching him, when this happens, this is what you need to start doing.
Sure. Yeah. But I think that's a conversation that Coach Mack right there is okay with a response from David. Like, I've saw Coach Mack talk a couple times to players where it's like, no, where I'm not okay with any response you give back to me. Like, actually, do not give a response back.
Right.
That coach right there is cool with the response.
But you see why I enjoyed it so much. Like, why it caught my attention.
Yes.
I'm like, he is into this one. Listen, I need you. Like, we determined today I need you.
Yeah. Listen, yeah.
And you're out here
You're my
crushing.
guy.
Yeah.
You're my guy. I'm your guy.
Yeah. Okay. So I opened up the show with the original conversation with Brian. Are you past Syracuse? Are you into North Carolina? Are you conference regular season?
Okay.
Like, give me your hierarchy for concerns.
Yeah.
8150, 93.9, 3831, 93.9. If you want to give me your top 3 concerns on the way you viewed the season.
Okay. Well, let me start off with this. I never really was into Syracuse. I think I was all Wednesday. I was all Louisville, man. I didn't really – it was probably the least amount of quote-unquote scouting I've ever did for a team.
Yeah, and again, it's kind of a cheat code with Syracuse because you knew it wasn't going to matter, tactically.
Yeah, they're going to do what they're going to do.
The
no
exact
what.
same thing.
Whereas tomorrow, me and Blankenbaker had a conversation yesterday, and it was like, man, I wonder what Carolina's going to do with Jordan. Like, are they going to put a smaller guy on Jordan and try to, So I mean, that was a little more with Syracuse. You're kind of like, well, they're going to play zone, but I think the point still stands because I kind of feel that way again tomorrow. It's just for me. I'm so focused on what we're going to do.
So your number one worry in Louisville basketball world is Louisville.
It's Louisville.
What in particular?
Just is this something? Well, for one, could there be another lineup change tomorrow? Coach Mack kind of alluded to maybe, and I'm not saying I hate Ryan McMahon starting. I'm fine with that. I'm learning to trust Coach as he'll make the change. Even if it comes later than I think it should have came, he will make the change at some point. He'll make the right move. He's done that a couple times this year. So I'm like, that I'm kind of looking at. Maybe you do get a change.
So you're
there.
still looking at Ross. Is that like second on your hierarchy of things you concern?
Yeah, probably.
Playing time for it.
Yeah, probably just to continue that rotation. But because at this point, I am pretty NCAA tournament minded.
Not ACC.
I would love an ACC
so
tournament
NCAA
championship.
tournament is number 3 on your hierarchy.
Yeah, because I would love the ACC regular season, but I'm not gonna lose sleep if they
Texas
didn't
says
get
I
it.
have a feeling Sam starts tomorrow.
I kind of do too. Or Sam at least had a shot to start, and I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
No, finish that thought because I'm curious.
Okay,
to know where you're gonna go with
I
that.
think Sam maybe had a audition to start, and I think there was a couple times he made some moves that Coach Mack looked. The reason why I think that's a possibility is because Coach Mack looked so angry at Sam a couple times. Like Sam has the ball in the wing on a second half on Arth. He takes his guy baseline. He pulls up, dude blocks his shot. And Coach Mack like almost threw his water into the crowd.
On the one he was trying to dunk?
No. He just pulled up for a little that little wing
floater
short
thing.
corner jumper he likes. Dude blocks him, and Coach Mack like almost turns around and he almost looked like me with my hat. Like he was 2 seconds away from slinging his water up into the crowd. And it's like, for me, I was like, that almost looks like I have a plan, and my plan is for you to get in starting
And you're blowing
lineup.
it.
But if you keep doing this, I can't necessarily trust you.
And see, I was watching it, and I see him get that ball in the middle at the free throw line and just turn around. Quick decision, bucket.
Yeah.
I see the one he gets the ball at the free throw line, and he turns to go right. He ends up tripping.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong.
And the other one he attacks trying to dunk. So I'm like, Sam looked like he was making quick, assertive, comfortable decisions. And when he was rebounding, he was rebounding.
Listen, I'm with you. And that's why I think that could be, I almost kind of expect that to be the lineup tomorrow. With that, you still, I think, gain a lot.
But do you stop testing the Undertaker?
Well,
At beginnings of games.
but the Undertaker doesn't care if he starts or comes in off the bench. I
Neither
will
does
say
Sam.
that. I don't know. That Clemson thing, man. I still think I don't know. You might be right.
Yeah, just after last
Yeah.
game. Listen, like Ryan, he takes so much. He changes the attitude of the entire team that we're the opponent.
Yeah.
If he hits two or three,
Sure.
If he goes 2 for 3 in the first 5-6 minutes,
But I also see benefit to bringing in Ryan and Fresh off the bench as well, because then you can avoid the lineup of death.
I do not want Ryan letting his man get started though.
Right.
That's a concern.
Yeah.
A Carolina team that you're supposed to beat comes in here and you run some isolation plays for Ryan.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick. You said it. There's something about when you see that Carolina jersey. Sam, when you look at Sam's best games this year, where he looked you go back to Duke. Look how good Sam looked at Duke. When you see that jersey, when you see that team, So maybe tomorrow, I know Carolina's down, but Carolina still brings something out of you. There's a reason that they're.
I got you back.
Okay. B Hall, look at me. Brian Hall.
I got you now. Sorry, we could not hear you.
Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Kentuckiana. This is Greg Galliot, Executive Vice President of the Louisville Bats baseball team. I want to take a moment to tell you about my good friends at Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic. I've worked with a great team at Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic for many years now, not only for sales and service for the Louisville Bats, but for also my personal home gym. I got to know Chris and Patrick Wider and their company Treadmill Medic almost 20 years ago when we needed service for our Louisville Bats training center. Treadmill Medic not only provides the best commercial sales and service in this area, but their 2 Fitness Market retail locations can help with any home fitness needs you may have. In fact, I just added an amazing exercise bike from Fitness Market to our home family gym, and I wouldn't have gone anywhere else. I know a good team when I see one, and I encourage you to go visit the team of Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic for all of your commercial and home gym needs.
Visit Fitness Market on Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive in Waterston Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com.
Join the Sports and Social Club on Friday, February 21st for the Ultimate Decades Party as it's Flashback Friday at Sports. Wear your best outfit from your favorite decade. The Sports and Social Club will be providing free swag, photo op backdrop, $2 mugs of beer, $2 Jack Fire shots, and all the tunes that made your decade the best. No cover, just come ready to party like it's 1999 or 1989. Check out the Sports and Social Club on Facebook for details.
Hey U of L fans, this is Zach here from Great Flow Brewing Company. I'm happy to announce that our new restaurant out on Shelbyville Road is now open and ready for business. We hope you can stop by for lunch after 11 and for our happy hours from 2 to 6. We also offer late night menu with nice specials. Hope to see you out there soon. Go Cards.
If you hear basketballs bouncing, that must mean the weather's getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH, get 18-month special financing on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval.
The Kentucky Winter Circle Radio Show, coming soon to 93.9. We are unconditionally, unabashedly, and unapologetically about as Kentucky as it gets on horse racing. And more than just a thoroughbred horse racing program, but then you'll just have to tune in to find out for yourself. I'm E.J. Clark, inviting you to join Lane Gold and me starting Saturday, February 22nd at 10 a.m. here on ESPN Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Results may vary. See website for details. 2020 is here, and so is finally having 2020 vision. Now is the time to get your free LASIK exam at Jaffe LASIK to see if LASIK is right for you. LASIK can be a life changer, literally giving you 2020 vision in minutes. Don't wait any longer because it's by far the best time to see if LASIK can work for you. That's right. If you're looking for LASIK in Louisville, Jaffe Custom LASIK has advanced custom LASIK technology. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye. Jaffe is the choice for fast, easy, and affordable LASIK. Jaffe LASIK can correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye in Louisville. Start your 2020 with 2020 vision. Schedule your free LASIK exam today to see if LASIK is right for you. Dial ** 2020 or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Call and schedule your free LASIK exam. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Dial ** 2020. The exam is absolutely free. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now. That's ** 2020. Dial ** 2020.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville. Not focus with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is our go-to drink when it's time for a pick-me-up around the office. Focus is a naturally energizing caffeinated sparkling water, so it's free of any of the bad stuff you find in sodas and energy drinks.
So pick up a Focus around Louisville at places like Kroger, Lucky's, Rainbow Blossom, Heine Brothers, Paul's Fruit Market, and CVS. And save 15% when you use code ESPN15 at drinkfocus.com. PHOCUS. Try it today.
Nate's Painting is a full-service painting contractor in Louisville, providing residential and commercial painting services in Kentuckiana. They provide commercial painting to a variety of clients, including stores, restaurants, gyms, plus much more. We guarantee our work will be done professionally and with the least amount of disruption as possible. Nate's Painting even painted the studios here at ESPN Louisville, so trust the experts we trust. Nate's Painting. Mention ESPN Louisville for 10% off. Get your free estimate today. Call 502-572-6658 or visit Nate's Painting website at LouisvilleResidentialPainters.com.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Boy, was it cold this morning. Were you shocked at how cold it was? Well, I mean, I know you had a garage, so you don't really get out.
No, the garage is the greatest thing on the planet. I would never live anywhere without a garage.
Are you the type of guy that gets back in the car when you're pumping gas and it's this cold?
It depends. Wind.
Brian Hall.
Depends on wind.
First of all, is Steve the kind of guy that sits in the car while the gas is pumping, or is he the type to just suck it up and get his gas filled?
Definitely a sit in the car guy.
Okay. It just depends on the wind. I can deal with cold, but when like the wind's blowing,
that wind to tear you up,
especially when you're in those wind tunnels, it's brutal.
Right now, you definitely got to sit in the car.
Yeah,
you're a sit in the car guy too.
No, usually I am a stand at the pump guy because usually I will. I don't know why I do this, but I do like half tanks at a time.
Because you're a red-blooded American.
I'll be like, $30. I'm going to do $30 today. I'm going to do $20 today. And I'm one of those guys where I'll sit there and I'll let it go, and then I'll try to like get it to the exact 0-0.
Yeah.
Like any other red-blooded American.
Listen. This is why y'all have to get. I'm telling y'all. I'm not gonna promote any car lot because they don't pay me to, but there's a certain car I have, and the name kind of goes with a Star Wars character.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But anyways, $25, dude. $25 every time. So I don't. It took my decision away.
Oh, your $25 is a full tank.
I'm filling it up. And
Gotcha.
I've got 400. I've got 400 some miles to the gallon.
I've pretty much turned into a filler up guy too.
I'm a total dad.
I drive a lot. Look, I drive a lot more responsible.
$20 for me is half a tank.
Right. Listen, even the new Mustang I bought. Well, it's not new, But I was surprised the other day. Look, I'm putting gas in it, and I'm at like 23, and the handle's going off, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, right.
Well, what's wrong with this?
Did you try to turn it sideways?
Yeah, and then it starts shooting all over me. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was full. I know.
Don't edit that out.
What, the shooting all over
Yeah, you're
me?
right. 'Cause I don't want to end up on somebody's tape.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Well, thank you, DFH Company. Hard to heat, hard to cool temperatures, especially mornings like this. I went to bed, or early in the evening, it was kind of warm, but that temperature dropped so bad last night. I'm thinking everybody who has DFH Company, 968-6222.
Oh, it's great.
Or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. That was a terrible read, but that's the way I can pass along that information. So, Steve, I brought the mood down of this room. I brought the mood down, and people just like cut me some slack here. This is Friday. We're talking. I'm gonna have to get out here a little early today, but I gotta get this stuff out. I gotta get this stuff out of my system.
Fair enough.
I watched the movie Dark Waters last night on my Fire Stick. Now I got no problem with the movie Dark Waters and the producers who make Dark Waters, but people, you got to be ready for it, because it'll ruin your day, it'll ruin your evening, and it'll ruin the next day. Don't watch Dark Waters if you're looking to stay in any kind of festive mood for the next week, right?
Okay, fair enough.
So here's the thing, Steve. I'll probably watch it probably 3 in the morning, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Watch it, of course, is depressing, all that. Go to sleep, wake up, I see some things that remind me of the movie, and just kind of going, right?
Mm-hmm.
I turn the corner, Steve. I turned the corner.
Okay.
In my home. Hold on.
Okay, I'm listening.
This is going to be awesome.
This is good.
I turned the corner, Steve, only to see. Yes, baby! Okay. Explain to people what I just showed you. Actually, I'm tweeting. Look, don't explain. Don't explain to people.
Fair enough.
Go to Twitter right now.
Good.
I'm going to tweet out something.
I assume he's in town.
Oh, my goodness. Brian Hall, my day just turned around when I saw that.
That's clutch, man.
Isn't that so clutch?
So is Pops Maben in town?
Pops Maben is in town.
All right.
He knew how. Okay, people, I've given you. Listen, I gave people a little bit of time to see what's going on. Actually, I'll give you a couple more seconds if you want to. If you want to go check Twitter,
it's fair.
Before I tell the story. So, if anybody listens to the show, they knew there was some family beef going on. There were some issues in the household, and I can say that yes, Texter. When you go look up on it, it has the full thing. Oh, it has the little logo right on the sleeve. Look, it has the little. Okay, you know how like a basketball jersey that gets sold in a store, it just goes about to the to the waistline, right? Uh-huh. But those real basketball jerseys,
long.
They are really they are ridiculously long.
Yeah.
So they can
tuck them in.
Yeah. So you can tuck them in, keep them tucked in. It has the extra extension. At the bottom. You're like, okay. That is absolutely legit. And here's the thing. You know how you got those friends where they just try to say, oh, you ain't going to get it.
Right.
You might as well forget about it.
Right.
That was Dwayne. And I'm so happy that I was able to tweet out that image.
And you had it.
Okay, back to it.
That's awesome, man.
Back to it.
That's a nice jersey, too. That was really nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm listening.
Brian, get off the phone. I got to tell you what just happened.
Okay.
I can't believe you, Steve.
What?
I cannot believe you.
What?
You never, ever, ever fail me.
Okay.
Brian, do you know that I just made an announcement via Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm not going to say what it is. Go to my Twitter to see what it is, right?
Okay.
I want in seconds, I want you to tell me how long it took before Steve Rummage said, That's a nice jersey, man.
You just talked about it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you were talking about how long the authentic jersey was.
I was talking about basketball ones.
No, but you were saying like this one. No, this one's on you.
You're right. You're right.
So
right. I'll
so
take
it
that
finally
one.
came, is what you're saying.
No, my dad. Here's the thing.
Your dad decided to finally ship it to you.
No. Now I can fully tell a story. You remember how angry I was about it, right?
Yeah.
I hadn't spoke to my dad about it.
We were mad at Cameron at first because we thought he didn't send something.
Right.
Then we found out that your dad had it the whole time.
Right. So here's the thing. After that depressing movie and morning wake up, I come around my corner and my jersey's hanging up right on the closet.
You know why? Because Dad was listening and he heard you complaining about it.
Well, no. He teaches during the day, so he doesn't get a chance to listen.
He can listen.
Somebody
to
could have reached out though, but listen.
Hey, a lot of people listen.
No,
word travels.
But I did. You know what? I think there was some tone to the way I text him. I said, "Hey, Dad, you got a lot riding on the line here. I know. I know you know I know. Listen, that's how you know it's legit because it's on the wire hanger.
Yeah.
Is somebody holding on us, or are they waiting for you?
Oh, hold on. Looks like he hung up, but it is a special guest. Hold on one second.
Somebody's still on our line.
You're right. Ours. That's funny. That is. But see, why would you why would you make a text about the wire hanger? You're sitting there looking at a New York Yankees official pinstripe 38 Cameron Maybin jersey, and you laughing about the wire hanger.
All right, so it's only fitting that while we're talking about a New York Yankees jersey, that New York Mike calls in, and he wants to give his take on. He wants to give you a little betting insider if you're going to be watching that Fury Wilder fight tonight.
New York Mike,
tomorrow night.
Thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, Marcus Maybin and Steve Rummage, am I right?
Yes, sir. Indeed.
I've been on with you guys, not you guys, but for ESPN for 4 Super Bowls, and this is the first time I'm talking to you. I want to tell you I appreciate it.
No, listen, anytime we're glad to take your tips.
Okay, all right. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've been around a long time. Now, did you know that the boxing championships used to be 15 rounds, right?
Right.
The first time it was a 12-rounder, it was when Sugar Ray Leonard fought Marvin Hagler. He got to choose the size of the ring and the amount of the rounds. He chose a large ring and 12-rounder. That's how it got to be 12 rounds. There's no more 15 rounds after the Sugar Ray Leonard-Marvin Hagler fight. Did you know that?
Listen, I do remember hearing, stories about how much of a debate it was or how guys were fighting over the little details like that.
Were you born? Were you born at the time?
Yeah. Actually, that was my first fight as like a boxing fan. Like I remember, that was my first fight party I ever attended.
Okay, now you did?
Yep.
And who are you rooting for?
I was a little skinny kid, so I didn't know why. I just liked Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay, now I liked Sugar Ray Leonard because Sugar Ray Leonard retired, and for 4 years, he was practicing to fight Hagler for 4 years.
Right.
Hagler was fighting everybody else. But in addition to just Sugar Ray Leonard practicing just for one guy, which he beat, there was news on the outside that fight was fixed. Did you know it?
No, of course not.
Well, I'm telling you, it was fixed.
Oh, you mean by referees or fighters?
No. I tell you what, Hagler never fought after that. And Hagler was in his prime. He lost that fight, and he never fought before.
Oh.
So you figure it out.
That's depressing.
Sure.
Why? Why is it depressing? You didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but, listen, you know me, I believe in the spirit of competition.
I know, but what are you going to do? You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, I guess.
Over. It was like 1988. Forget about it. Now I'm going to tell you another one. Tyson knocked out Spinks.
Forget about it.
In 1988. It was 8-1 that he would get knocked out. He got knocked out, and he never fought again. Do you realize that?
No, I didn't think about that either. So
you're learning things from me that I hope you'll understand.
Well, I gotta ask you one more question. Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, Don King. Was there shenanigans going on with that one?
No, I'm going to tell you what. Oh man, I am so glad you asked me about that one. I am so glad. Who's this?
This is Marcus. Yep.
Hey, Steve Rummage, you there?
I'm here. I'm listening.
I'm going to tell you about this fight, and it's the first thing I told about Drew. That was about the mob. You ready?
Okay. I'm here. I'm here for it. I want to hear it.
Okay. So I'm in Germany. I'm in the Army, but I'm always calling back to New York to make bets with my friend who's working for the Gambinos. So he's associated with a lieutenant that's a guy for John Gotti. So I call, and I want to thank him for giving him the money. I just won the Super Bowl in New York, and I thanked him for giving my brother the money. So I said, is there anything going on tonight? He said to me, there's only one thing. Tyson is fighting a guy named Douglas, and it's 42-1. I said, you know what? Give me $25 on Douglas. Do you know what the odds were that night?
I'm listening.
42-1. Okay, now, so I took him, and I didn't even think about it. Because I had a lot of money coming from my brother sending me the money from the Super Bowl. So the next day I wake up in Germany, and Tyson's putting on his mouthpiece in the ring. So I said, holy man, I just won a 42-1 fight. So I called my friend, and he says, Hoagie. That's because I knew him since my teens, and that's what they used to call me, is Hoagie. Hoagie, John wants to know if you saw the fight. You were in Germany, you called me in New York, and the fight was in Japan. I said, Lenny, I know you since I'm a kid. Why would I call you if I saw the fight already? He said, John thinks you saw the fight already. I said, well, you tell John, if he really thinks I saw it, take my brother and throw him off any roof he wants in the Bronx. That's how much, I didn't see the fight because I was in Germany. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. It was 2 o'clock in Germany and 8 o'clock at night in Japan. I didn't even see the fight, but it was 42-1, and I won. And my friend told me, you're the only one in New York that had that fight, and John doesn't want to pay you. I said, well, you tell John you could take my brother and throw him off any roof he wants.
What city in Germany were you?
Right at that time, I was in Bad Kirchnach. It's about an hour from Mainz and an hour from Frankfurt.
No, I was in Wiesbaden for 3 years.
Infantry?
No, listen, military brat. My dad was a pilot.
Oh, okay.
Right. So,
hey, whatever you did, you served your time.
Indeed. So, okay, give me a quick prediction on the Wilder fight before we get out of here.
Okay, they just fought two. I don't know why this guy Wilder didn't win the last fight, because he knocked down Fury 2 times, am I right?
Right.
I don't know why he didn't win, but that means that this fight here, Fury's going to win. Fury's going to win, and then it's going to go to a rematch, which Wilder is going to demand because it's for the championship. Wilder is going to win that one, and then it's go to a rubber match, which will be determined of the last one.
Well, New York Mike, I appreciate the call. We got to move along.
Okay, man.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Well, now we know that.
Well, that was interesting.
I'll give you some other insight here. How about this? If Fury wins the match, he'll probably wrestle at WrestleMania.
What? What are you talking about?
Listen.
What are we talking about in here? Texter, I agree with you. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what Steve just said. This is about you, Steve.
No, I don't think it was. That come 4 minutes ago.
Keep going.
No, well, here's the thing. Vince McMahon is not going to put a lot.
I mean, this. We're gone off the rails. So
no, sure. No, look, in the second hour, there's all kinds of stuff I want to get to with North Carolina. The 05 team going to be recognized at halftime. So I'm going to talk about them too. But listen, Vince McMahon, Tyson Fury, there was rumors he was going to be at WrestleMania. Then he signed this fight. Here's the thing, though. Vince McMahon's not going to put a bunch of money into a guy that just got beat. Most people think he's going to get beat, right? Mm. So they kind of stopped promoting him for WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. If he wins the fight, he'll be at WrestleMania. Put a lot of money into it. That's how it works. So,
will there be a lineup change?
Yeah, I think so.
Brian Hall, will there be a lineup change?
I think so.
No, I think he'll keep the same lineup that played in Syracuse. He'll have Malik and David Johnson in there.
Well, Ryan. I think everybody, he even kind of said that, but more so focus on Ryan. Like, will that be the same?
Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, what's it between him, Fresh, and Darius? And we see how Darius is not getting minutes right now. And So it's a battle between him and Fresh. I think you start Ryan McMahon. I mean, the way he's been playing has been good. I mean, he was draining threes last game. Why would you pull him after a game like that?
I know. Like, I wouldn't. After that show, like, even if you thought it was a
I kind of agree, man. I'm almost like, maybe just roll with it. Just roll with it. Because David in the game kind of gives Ryan a little more credibility, you know? I mean, if that makes sense. Right.
Brian Hall, there's no way I can recover off of our train tracks. Throw the break. I mean, hold on.
Rising returns September 12th and 13th, Louisville, Kentucky, starring Carrie Underwood, Blake Shelton, this is God's country, Dierks Bentley, 5150, somebody call the police, Old Dominion, John Party, Chris Jansen, and many more. Passes as low as $35. Get your passes this Friday at HometownRising.com. Hometown Rising, where Whiskey Row meets Music Row.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
At Which Wich, they believe that a great sandwich has the power to make any day better. Which Wich has launched their new favorites menu, including clubs with top-quality grilled and breaded chicken, plus new shakes, including birthday cake, the famous Courtney's Cookie, and yellow M&M shakes. 2 area locations, 221 South Hurstburn Parkway and Old Brownsboro Crossing. Mention ESPN, you'll get a large build-your-own Which for just $6.80. Order online or download the new app. Which Wich, superior sandwiches.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Walk through history, char a barrel, and drink a cocktail. At Old Forester, we are far from your average tour. Experience the history of the only bourbon sold continuously for 150 years before, during, and after Prohibition. Old Forester Distilling Company offers tours and tastings Tuesday through Saturday at its home on Whiskey Row, 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of America's first bottled bourbon from grain to glass and see barrels handmade and fired in the on-site cooperage. Visit George's Bar at Old Forester Distilling Company, offering craft cocktails and flights from America's first bottled bourbon Tuesday through Saturday. Experience the history and production of bourbon in an immersive experience that's unlike any other at Old Forester Distilling Company, located on Whiskey Row at 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of the first bottled bourbon from grain to distillation to barreling, aging, and bottling. Following your tour, stop in George's Bar for a cocktail or flight of America's first bottled bourbon. Book your tour online today at oldforester.com. That's oldforester.com.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by Guy on the Corner Tickets. Whether you're on a budget or want to be up close and personal, they'll fill your fix. GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. The number 5 ranked Louisville women's basketball team improved to 24-3 last night with a 58-47 win over Georgia Tech. Jasmine Jones led the way for the Cards with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Dana Evans suffered a rolled ankle in the third quarter, but should be back soon. Up next for the Cards is a matchup against Pittsburgh on Sunday at 2 p.m. You can catch it on the ACC Network. The Bellarmine Knights improved to 18-6 last night with an 83-70 win over Missouri S&T. Ben Wire led the way for the Knights with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And up next for the Knights is a matchup on Saturday against Maryville University at 4:15 p.m. You can catch that on the GLVC Network. The number 11 ranked Louisville men's basketball team continues to prepare for its matchup against North Carolina tomorrow. And head coach Chris Mack will meet with the media today at 1:15. You'll be able to catch that on our sister station ESPN 680 during the V Show, where he will preview that matchup. That tip-off is set for 4 p.m. on Saturday at the KFC Yum Center. You'll be able to catch all our pregame coverage starting around 3 p.m. with Marcus and Steve, and immediately following the game for the postgame show. The Louisville baseball team will also be in action this weekend with a 3-game series against Valpo. That series starts today at Jim Patterson Stadium at 2 p.m., and tomorrow's matchup will be at 1 p.m., and Sundays will be at 1 p.m. as well. You can catch all that coverage right here on 93.9 The Ville. The Indiana Hoosiers will also be in action this weekend, taking on number 9 Penn State at Assembly Hall at noon on Sunday. And last but certainly not least, the number 10 ranked Kentucky Wildcats take on Florida tomorrow as well. That game is set to tip off at 6 p.m. And you can catch all our post-game coverage on ESPN 680 immediately following the game. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial # law on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville. Not focus with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is our go-to drink when it's time for a pick-me-up around the office. Focus is a naturally energizing caffeinated sparkling water, so it's free of any of the bad stuff you find in sodas and energy drinks.
So pick up a Focus around Louisville at places like Kroger, Lucky's, Rainbow Blossom, Heine Brothers, Paul's Fruit Market, and CVS. And save 15% when you use code ESPN15 at drinkfocus.com. PHOCUS. Try it today.
Turn your love of the game into a lifelong career with a degree in sport administration from the University of Louisville. Work with experienced faculty, gain essential leadership skills, and learn to think critically about hot-button issues within the sports industry. U of L offers both a bachelor's and a master's program completely online, so you never have to miss a game. Get the ball rolling at louisville.edu/online.
Follow the leader, ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and the best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today.
Is your bedroom, sunroom, or room over the garage too hot in the summer, maybe too cold in the winter? BJ Heating and Cooling, your local factory authorized Bryant dealer, has teamed up with Bryant Ductless Equipment, whatever it takes to make that room enjoyable again. Bryant mini splits are quiet, efficient, and avoid the installation of bulky ductwork. Give BJ Heating and Cooling a call today to schedule your free estimate and get 0% financing for 3 years with approved credit. Call the experts you can trust at BJ Heating and Cooling.
Mark Ennis here for Court Physical Therapy. There's something very exciting and innovative going on at Court. Court is now offering telemedicine. If you're experiencing pain and want to know if physical therapy or occupational therapy is right for you, you can now go to court.com to request a live video chat with a physical therapist to discuss your pain. And it's a complimentary service that's easy. Go to KORT.com to request a complimentary video chat or call 1-800-645-COURT to request a live video chat. Learn more about telemedicine at court.com. That's KORT.com.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Okay, so we went through lineup changes. We went through our hierarchy. Did we settle on a general hierarchy? You talked about kind of just worrying about the health of our team, and I mean just the mental health. What mood they're in attacking. Is that the fan base thing? Is there? Let me ask you this: with North Carolina's season not being as great as it has been, is there room for a letdown in this game? Is there room for not being as jacked up as you need to be for Carolina? We were just talking with our guy, Nathan Huber, in the back. By the way, Nathan Huber has a video of his daughter high-fiving Coach Mack, and you can see that girl will be nothing but a Louisville fan for the rest of her life. That's this very good video of Coach Mack out visiting the school.
That was cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
He'll be talking today?
Yep, today at 1:15 over at the practice facility. So he'll be doing his thing there. So
if you were going to go over there, what question would you ask?
Well, it depends on how long I'm eating.
No, I'm not assuming you're going to go. I'm just saying if you were to go over there and there was a question and I'm not talking about the question like the respectful, if you had a moment to the side with Coach Mack, what would you ask him?
Well, I've said all year that I know the lineups better than you. Why do I not have a job yet? I could have saved you all this heartache.
Everybody in the entire city thinks the same thing.
No. Honestly, it would be, what are you looking? Because what are you looking for beside David Johnson? Because that's obviously the last answer.
What else are you looking for on the team besides David Johnson?
No. What are you looking for? What are you looking for to play beside David to start the game? Because I think that's the question. Are you looking for a Ryan McMahon? Are you looking for a shooter?
Is in your perfect world, is it a floor stretcher?
Yeah.
Or is it the ability to bludgeon? Because here's the thing. If we get 3 shots of Ryan McMahon early on and he misses those 3, I wouldn't mind going right to Sam.
Yeah.
And beating up. Listen, the Syracuse game, although we had a height advantage, we had the inside presence, I think we saw with our own eyes that you have the ability to go beat up the offensive rebounds on a lot of teams.
Right.
And we're watching these teams and these Baylors and these Kansas, and when they don't have it and they just start killing them on the boards, we got the ability to do that. Sam, David, and Dwayne sneaking around. Think about what I just said. Sam, David, and Dwayne sneaking around the offensive glass is a nightmare.
Yeah.
There's a big man, too, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Listen, I'm kind of this part of it is not one that I'm necessarily just dying over.
Yeah, right. This is tweaking.
I think I would start Sam. I think I would go Sam. I think I would have Sam. Like you said, I think that those guys, because Dwayne's shooting the ball at a high level right now. Jordan isn't, but we all believe he will. Sorry, I'm just so. I'm like I want to hear this so bad. This is why
Tell people what
like I want to hear this segment so bad.
Read what's coming.
It said, what should the Cowboys take from Tua's comments? Because Tua said, if I can choose one team to play on, I would probably tell you the Cowboys. And I'm like, yes, do that. See, I like Tua a lot more than you do. And that's fair. But I'm like, I'm here for that.
And getting rid of Dak.
Tua said he didn't even care. Tua said, now I would.
So what would you do? Like you want them to?
Tua said he would play behind Dak.
What do you want them to give up to get to
Dak? You trade Dak. You get into the top 5. You take right now. You telling me the Dolphins wouldn't take Dak Prescott?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like
everybody would that doesn't have a top tier quarterback. So why are you getting rid of him?
Because you're not winning. Dude, he's got a squad around him, dude. Come on. Like even if you hate the Cowboys and you hate hearing me talk about the Cowboys, you know he has a squad around him, dude. And you're not winning. So you gotta go. See you.
It's the coach, though.
And we got Mike McCarthy now.
When is the coach?
It was, but now we got McCarthy.
So why are you blaming Dak?
Because Tua's a better thrower than Dak. So I need a thrower.
Okay,
Let's win it.
So here's the thing. We'll
get Tua and then go get Brady. Set Tua behind Brady. Fixing all the problems. We're going to the Super Bowl.
You're causing more problems than you're fixing.
No, I'm not. Okay, yes. I like Sam. I think the rebounding at the beginning of the game, the length of the defense, I think can present
He's
issues.
a really good rebounder.
I agree. I think Ryan situationally, Wednesday
But
was
you start
perfect.
But you start him. You start him against Carolina. And
are you okay with that spot being fluid? I'm legitimately asking you that. I mean, are you okay with that? Okay, because I think the other four will start for the rest of the year. I don't think it's a question.
Here's what I don't want to do, and here's what I don't want to do. What I said as a recommendation is the worst thing you can do for a player's psychology, right? I said, get Ryan out there early, and if he misses his first 3 3-pointers, you pull him quick and then put in Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a great thing. You know what? You do that on the video game.
Yep.
That's what you do on 2K, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just go get your guy. You know, the computer's cheat me today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you bench that guy. You cannot have Ryan shooting at the beginning of the games knowing that. What are you looking at? You can't have Ryan.
I read bracketologies and I'm like I looked at that bracket and I was like, we're going to the final.
You're gonna have to use that for your content. In a bit.
Yeah.
Ryan, you can't just pull him out the game if he misses his first 3 because now he feels like he's on the court and the pressure to hit his first 3 3-pointers is going to be on. And if you take him out, like I still want him to be a basketball player,
right?
Not just a So it's almost like starting with Sam takes the pressure off of Ryan.
Yeah, I agree.
Feeling like he has to hold off the next man up, like. Feeling like he has to hold off fresh, and the only way he can,
yeah. No, I like the Sam thing. I really do. I like the Sam thing with David. The Sam thing with Dwayne, with Fresh and Darius didn't work, and I didn't think it was going to.
So Sam, Fresh, and Darius.
I like bumping the way Dwayne's shooting the ball. You bump Dwayne up to the 2. I think Dwayne can easily guard shooting guards.
And it's not like they don't run the high post offense where there's a big man. Dwayne's not sitting around the basket fighting for post position.
Right.
At the 2 or the 3.
So now you have Sam, Jordan, Malik. I like that lineup. I do. I like that lineup to start the games. I think that can get you rolling. Now I'm coming in with a Fresh, a Ryan, a Steve Enoch.
Guys who can at least hold it down.
And that's my 8.
Right, and they won't get burnt.
Yeah.
Like I said, they can come in and play not that great.
And Steve at times has the potential to even be an upgrade when you bring him in still. Yeah.
Okay, but here's the problem. Do you cheat? Is that cheating Steve by he and David not getting him together? Because you remember going back to the Syracuse game, Steve started to loosen up. He started to expect the ball. He started to make quick decisions out there with Dave. I mean, Dave was passing from a high 6'5" position right down to Steven getting in position.
Yeah, no, but they're going to play a lot together because, I mean, I think as he gets more comfortable with David subbed out at the 16 mark. Well, the other night he was subbed out at the 13.
Who does David improve more, Steven or Malik?
Well, Steven, because Malik is not capable of doing what David does.
What Steven does?
Yeah, of what David assists. David gives you easy buckets. Malik is not capable of doing that.
So everything else, Steve.
Yeah,
Malik gives you.
But here's my point. David subbed out at the 13-minute mark. Well, watch how quick that turns into the 8-minute mark. David starts, 8-minute mark, David comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
You mean him playing the first 12 minutes?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yes.
No.
Absolutely.
No, because he even said it last game. He was like, David got a little tired.
Cool. Well, he's got to get better.
Get in shape.
Yeah, because we're talking an extra 4 minutes. And I think as he gets used to
4 minutes is a war for Matt.
Oh, I know, absolutely. But he will get used to the flow of the game. He'll get used to how to conserve his energy, and then that will I think at that point will allow Malik to be subbed out. You'll see some more subs with him still in the game. Is what I'm saying.
So you plan on seeing a lot more rotations outside of David?
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. And I think that a lot of that will come in the second half. I think David will start to play much more in the second half even. But I really do think he will work David up to about 30 minutes.
Texas says time to grow up, David.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. You know.
Do we have somebody on hold right there?
Yeah,
Do we have somebody waiting, or they're just talking?
No,
somebody's just trying to talk to Brian.
Right. Yeah. They're like, wait, this ain't Brian.
So you're not worried about winning, like Steve Brummage is not worried about winning the ACC regular season.
I mean,
because I'll put an X on that deal for.
Yeah, I mean, I would like it, but but it all goes back to.
Will that cost Coach Mack Coach of the Year? Has Leonard Hamilton won Coach of the Year in the ACC? If he has not, then
if Florida State wins it, then yeah.
Brian, has he ever won? Do you know about Leonard Hamilton winning Coach of the Year?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Look up.
What do you want me to look up?
Look up if Leonard Hamilton has won a Coach of the Year.
Okay, one sec.
Yeah. If he has not,
yeah, I think if one of those two win it, then Hamilton will win it, or the winner of the game wins it. If Duke wins the conference, the winner of the game Monday
next
night
game
will win it.
Yeah. Because Coach K is not getting Coach of the Year.
No, because I mean he's not done it. You know.
Okay. Do you?
All right. So, you know how it has your like accomplishments and honors, so it has a little bit of everything. It has the Big East regular season champs in 2000, the ACC tournament champs in 2012. He was the UPI National Coach of the Year in '95. He was the two-time Big East Coach of the Year, 95 and 99, and he is the two-time ACC Coach of the Year in 2009 and 2012.
Okay.
So he has one UPI National Coach of the Year, two Big East Coaches of the Year, and two ACC Coaches of the Year.
Matt got to get it in, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, unless they really, really fall in their face.
Unless they get wasted.
Yeah, like, yeah. I mean,
okay, does that change it for you? Knowing that he's won two Coach of the Years in the ACC.
What do you mean change as far as
changes? The chances that Mac would win a Coach of the Year.
A little bit, yeah. Because I think that I think Coach Mack is I mean, he's done a heck of a job. I mean, even last year and this year, I mean, I think he's shown that he belongs.
But see, that's why I always care about the expectations versus, you know, what the narrative it is nationally. Like, okay, do people blame? Let's say, let me ask you this question. Somebody from afar, Boozer and the commentators and Packer and Durham and all those guys, do they think that Coach Mack didn't have the guys prepared for the 2-game losing streak, or did they blame Jordan Wara?
I think Jordan caught a lot more of that. I think Jordan caught more of that. I think that the team in general caught a lot more of that because when you look at it from an outside perspective, see, we don't look at it that way because, see, I'm psychoanalyzing everything.
Yeah, and we're talking about substitution patterns on a daily basis, so we criticize our coach from inside the house.
Right. And it wasn't like that Clemson or Georgia Tech did anything systematically.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was out coached.
Yeah, it just looked like you didn't show up. You know?
Twice.
Yeah, twice. So
and like the Jordan numbers were so gaudily bad that he took that heat on.
Yeah, he did. And he owned it. I will say that. He owned it. He took that. I listened to him on the ACC network. And I thought Jordan handled all this really well, and he's getting back rolling. But I mean, Jordan's the only guy. Like I saw a lock the other day, And I was going to say something to him today. You know, of course, he covers everything a little more, and he had a thing up there like, who would you rather have, Jordan or Emmanuel Quickly? And he said, since this poll, Quickly had 21, Jordan had 17. I said, yeah, but the difference is most of y'all looked at the Syracuse game and went, well, Jordan still wasn't very good. The Quickly game, you're like, oh, man, he was awesome. He's great. 21 points. Jordan had 17 and 9 or 17-5, you know, and you're like, wait, I mean, I said it. I agree. You're like,
and it goes back to
got out of a slump.
And it goes back to player of the year, shiny new toy. Jordan Ward is not the shiny toy.
No.
At all. Yeah,
No.
yeah. So yeah, like you're just going to naturally find somebody who you want to. I was listening to Dick Vitale talk about during our game. I was listening to Dick Vitale talk about basically how Jordan Ward didn't have a chance of winning ACC Player of the Year, right? These other two contenders that he had winning were Trey Jones and your inside man,
Vernon Carey. Yeah.
And those were his only two options, right?
Yes.
And I'm like,
neither of which will win ACC Player of the Year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or is that a Dick Vitale Duke thing that I just have to?
Yeah, that's just something you got to own.
And then they got wasted.
Yeah.
By North Carolina State.
Yeah, 30 minutes later.
Right. So do you say, okay, Dick, are you going to pull them out of your your Player of the Year?
Look, I'm not saying he's going to win Player of the Year. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
I think he can. I still think he can.
Listen, 4 or 5 games, like
Jordan put up 32 the last time he played Florida State.
You close strong.
Yeah,
you steal it, or you steal it back.
Yeah, if Jordan plays well, and Jordan, you imagine if Jordan goes out and puts up 23 on Florida State in a win and that big Monday game, which is going to get a lot of attention.
What if David win Newcomer of the Year?
He might.
No, it's some players.
Well, Vernon Carey's going to win that. Freshman of the Year. Yeah. I mean, Vernon Carey's going to win that. I mean, that's
David's still eligible for 6th Man of the Year.
Not now. Not now. No,
I think he is.
No, it made me sick. No, I'm not allowing him to win.
You have to start. Listen, you have to start like a lot of the season.
I won't recognize that award. I'll say no. Nope. I'm not recognizing that award.
I'm so disappointed that David Johnson is eligible to win 6th Man of the Year.
I'm shutting that one down. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Would he have to just decline that award? Just y'all not going to put me in the 6th Man of the Year category.
Right.
I'm a starter.
Yeah, like absolutely not. Let me ask you, because I know you're going to be getting out of here after we take this next break and stuff. Let me change the conversation a little bit. And you don't have to go very deep into this, but tomorrow, the 05 team's being recognized. That was a big tournament run personally for you as well. I think you spoke about that on the air, so I'm not trying to open that back up. But
welcome back to Louisville.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Without even getting sentimental, that was just kind of the time where you kind of show back up. I've heard stories. People, Jeremy was telling me a story the other day. So we were down in Nashville and they showed Marcus up on the big screen. So and stuff like that.
Got a nice little ovation. It's heartwarming.
Yeah. So stuff like that happened. But tomorrow, kind of what's the recollection of that run, even for you? It don't even have to be you personally.
That was my first time of getting outside the house, so I was just like, this is awesome.
Right.
This is awesome.
Well, because let me start. For me, that was the first time the Final Four, and this is really no disrespect to you, I promise. This is going to sound so terrible. What I'm about to say is going to sound terrible.
I know.
What I said to you, Lily, this morning, this may be worse. Listen, I told Lily this morning, let me explain this. I told Lily, I said, she was talking about Instagrams. I said, speaking of Instagrams, we saw your Instagram. We're like,
you said that.
We're like, my God, this is Lily.
The thing is, though, like I wasn't offended at all. I mean, he thought I was going to be offended. I'm like,
he's not even supposed to take the chance. He's not even supposed to take the chance to risk it.
Do you know what I basically said to Lily without saying it? You look hot on your Instagram. What the crap do you come in here looking like?
This is a Friday conversation.
This is the one. It was as it's coming out of my mouth. I'm like,
I can't wait.
Sorry.
I can't wait to see you transition this.
No, I know.
Into making fun of me.
No, it's going to be awesome. So we come back to that. And for me, no, I don't even know how I'm transitioning this back. I can't remember the point I was making.
You're making the point of this is the first time the Final Four was really a viable option in your world.
Oh, yeah. So there we go. Let's bring this back. And because what I'm about to say should offend you. Growing up, I was 96, 97-ish. I mean, I was kind of at that point in my life. Did they beat Kentucky?
Look, you were still in Duke, in Duke world too.
Yeah. Did Louisville beat Kentucky, and are they doing anything in the tournament? Like that's all. I didn't know anything about it past that. But 05 was really the first time that I was like in a tournament run. Because look, we beat Louisiana Lafayette. I was like, oh, cool, you know. Then we blew Georgia Tech out, and you're like, oh, cool. Then we blew Washington up pretty good, and I was like, for the first time in my life, I was like, the Final Four is an option. Like, we may actually make the Final Four. Like, I never saw that. I was born in 1986. I never watched the Final Four in my life. So that run was so special to me because it was like, this is unfathomable.
You're right, this is my team.
Yeah.
And later on, when you see a Final Four run, you realize you didn't even, as excited as you were young, you still didn't appreciate how fun it is as an adult.
Oh, yeah.
When you get to be an adult and enjoy it.
It's amazing, man. You forget how special Final Fours are. In 2012, man, I remember after that.
And they worked hard, man. They worked hard.
That 05 team was just.
They worked so hard.
I think that 05 team, most people, especially in my age group, I think Brian Hall's age group or anybody around that early 30s, I think you say, yeah, that team, because that was right around our high school. People say, look, that team was, I mean, that's one of my favorite teams ever. Like, and I mean, the story, I mean, just with Larry O'Bannon on that team and what he's doing.
Just watching them work so hard, it's like, my God, they were wired tight, man.
Yeah, they were. I mean, going through the season, and it was such a story about Dean and Garcia and how close they were, and then watching Ellis Miles coming back from an ACL injury and doing what he was doing. Otis George was just a workhorse. You know, then you had the freshmen, you had Palacios, you had Lorenzo Wade who could jump over a building and miss a dunk. It was amazing.
Rim check.
Yeah, it was incredible, man.
No, but I do. Like I said, I totally get your point. And again, we always talk about this.
Right, Pat. We drank 75 root beer floats. I told that story yesterday.
3 years is a long time at that age, versus 3 years,
Yeah.
Like a 2 year, two seasons, two relatively bad seasons is a lifetime for that age versus, versus we're adults now, like 2 years, like, Oh, yeah. You don't even know that David Padge is 2 years. It's like,
I know.
Yeah. Time flies.
2 years ago.
It's just different as an adult, you know what I'm saying, than it is as 15 to 17 or something like that.
So I'm glad to see those guys coming back tomorrow. And from by all accounts, it sounds like 10 or 11 of them are going to make it.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Perrin Johnson even. I mean, Perrin Johnson's on the sidelines.
I saw
man.
ticket requests and Ellis sending me stuff he wasn't supposed to send.
Fair enough.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to get into bracketology. You're going to open up the phone lines. Brian Hall and Lily will be able to get you to the finish line. Join me 1 hour before the game at Aljays.
Yeah, we'll be
in
there.
the Galt House. We will be there pre and post game.
No, post game, I'll be at Barano's.
You'll be at
Barano's. Yep, tomorrow.
You know what? I'm gonna make a competing stream with you.
That's fair enough.
And I'm gonna do a YouTube. Hey, y'all, you know what? Let's do it. Listen, here's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
When Steve does his show at Barano's,
yes,
we're gonna do a YouTube show in the lobby of Aljays. Come join me in our little section.
I love it.
And then we're going to see the streaming. I'm not going to do that. That's how you get fired.
Listen,
people.
I get paid either way. So
that's how you get fired.
I'm going to get a free Barano's pizza and some free wings, and I'm going to get my check no matter what. And if they lose, you know what? I will tell them to listen. Hey, tune into Marcus.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah. Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Yeah. Marcus is probably over there freaking out. Somebody's already brought him a cocktail. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's